Hello everyone, Ismail is here. Today inshallah we're going to learn about lesson 5.5 multiple angle in pre-calculus. Now, what's the multiple angle? First of all, about the multiple angles, we need to understand the double angle identities, means the key concept, the formula. Okay, what are the formula? We have three formula. Three trigonometric. First one is sine, the second one is cosine, the third one is tangent. So let's start with the sine. So the first, let me write sine double theta, because it's saying double angle. Double angle means if I have an angle, means multiply by 2, so it will be 2 theta. So this is the double angle. So if I have now, let me write it again, sine theta, I'm talking about sine of double, because double angle, so it will be double theta. So now what's the sine double theta? Let me write it again here. So sine double theta, what's the rule of the double theta? Let me use the black color for this one. So the sine double theta is 2 sine theta cosine theta. This is the rule of the sine double theta. Now, what's the rule of the cosine double theta? So the rule of cosine double theta is equal. I have three different formula for the cosine double theta. So the first one is cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. So this is the first one, cosine squared theta and sine squared theta. We have also another formula. The other formula is 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. So this is the second formula of the cosine double angle. The third one is 1 minus sine squared theta. Okay, or sorry, 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. 1 minus 2 sine square theta. So I have three rules for the cosine double theta. You can use any of these which is fit with the situation with the question. Now the third one is the third trigonometric, is tan double angle. So the tan, we have also two formula for the tangent. The first one that we have here, it's 2 tangent theta over 1 minus tangent square theta, or I have another one which is, let me write it here, sine double theta over cosine double theta. So as you can see here, I have three, or let's say I have for the sine double angle, I have the cosine double angle, I have the tangent double angle. So all of these are the formula for the double identity. Okay. Now let's take an example about how can I use all of these in a question. Okay. Now, as you can see here, we have a question. If sine equal negative, okay, let me make this one clear to you. Negative, okay, 7 over 25 on interval by 3 by over 2. Find sine double angle, cosine double angle, and tan double angle. Now, how can I find these? Or let's say, how can I solve this equation? First of all, we need always, first step, to graph the triangle. And to graph the triangle, I need, before graphing the triangle, I need to work on the interval. Always start with the interval that you have in the question. Means, let me solve it in the blue one. So, means, in the interval, it's saying from by to 3 by over 2. Now, on the unit circle that we learned, in the unit circle, I have here the unit circle. So the unit circle, it's saying, we know that this point here, okay, let me draw the circle. In the unit circle, in this point is the 0. Then in this point is by over 2. This point here is by. This point here is a 3 by over 2. This is always the unit circle, or let's say the radian measurement on the unit circle. The interval, it's saying from by to 3 by over 2. By 3 by over 2, that means we are talking on a quadrant what? What's a quadrant this? This is quadrant 3. In quadrant 3, we have cosine and sine, right? which one of them is positive, which one of them is negative. We know that all students take calculus, all students take calculus. So this letter will help me to know which one is positive. And as I can see, all students, so all of them are positive here. Okay, here is only sine is positive. Here is only tangent is positive. Here it's only cosine is positive. So as you can see, because it's only tangent is positive here, so that's mean sine is negative and cosine also is negative. So that's mean both of them should be negative. And we know that cosine represent up or down, sine represent left or right. And because this one is negative, so that's mean we will go to the left. And because this one is negative, so we will go down. So as you can see, let's draw the triangle. So the triangle will be like this. So on the quadrant 3, okay, so it will go to the left, okay, and it will go down. So this one will be my theta. Now this question give us the information. As you can see, the given information, always use the given information. So as you can see, the given information, it's saying sine is equal -7/25. We know that the sine ratio, it's opposite over hypotenuse. We know that sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So the question gave me sine is equal -7/25. So that means 7 is the opposite, 25 is the hypotenuse. Let me write them here. So 7/25. So now this is the angle. What's the opposite of this angle? Is this side here. So this one should be 7. And hypotenuse, this one is the hypotenuse. So this one should be 25. Now I have 7/25. Can I find the third side? Yes, I can find the third side by using what? Using the Pythagorean theorem. So let's say this is B and this one is A. This one here is C. So now let's use the formula C squared equal A squared plus B squared. So C squared is equal what? It's equal to 25 squared equal. A squared is what? Is 7 squared plus B squared. We need to find it. So now let's simplify this one. So this one it will be 625 or 49 plus B squared. So B is equal square root of 625 minus 49. So B is equal 24. So this one is B, which is equal 24. So this side is equal what? 24. Now after I found the Pythagorean, now let's start find the double of sine, double of cosine, double of the tangent. And to find this one, I have to use this formula. Let's start with the sine, okay? Let's start with the sine. So the sine rule, okay, let me start here. So the sine rule or sine double angle, it's equal what? 2 sine theta cosine theta. 2 sine theta cosine theta. Let me erase this one. Cosine theta. Now, if you look here, 2, we have sine. Sine is given 7/25. Okay, we need to find cosine. Okay, first, let's find, before I wrote the formula, let's find all the ratio of the question. So the ratio of the question, okay, so now let's find the ratio of the question. So as you can see here, the ratio of the question, let me write it here. So the ratio I have, sine theta is given in the question, which is -7/25. Now, to find the cosine, what's the cosine ratio? Cosine is what? Cosine is the adjacent over hypotenuse. So this is the angle. Adjacent is what? 24 over hypotenuse 25. And I told you cosine should be what? Negative. So cosine should be negative. Now tangent. What's the tangent ratio? Tangent is the opposite over the adjacent, which is 7/24. In this quadrant, tangent is what? It's positive. So it should be positive. So now sine here is negative, cosine is negative, and tangent should be positive. Now I have a trigonometric. Now let's use the formula of the double angle. Let me put a line here so we can understand. So let's start now with the sine double angle. So sine double angle equal, okay, 2 sine theta times cosine theta. Sine theta is given, cosine theta is given. Just simplify them, okay? 2 times sine is what? Negative 7 over 25. Negative 7 over 25. Times cosine is what? Negative 24 over 25. Negative 24 over 25. Now just use your calculator to equal 336 over 625. So this is the answer, because negative with negative will be positive. So this is the first trigonometry, which is the sine. Now let's find the cosine. So the cosine double theta. The cosine double theta, I have 3 rows. This one, this one, this one. Use any of these. All of them will give you the same answer. Okay? Just an example. I will use the second one. Okay? 2 cosine theta. So 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. So now 2 times cosine squared. Cosine is given 24 over 25. So negative 24 over 25. Okay, minus squared minus 1. So if you use the calculator here, but I will just show you. So distribute the 2 for 24 and 25. 527 over 625. So this is the cosine. Now let's find the last one, which is the tangent. As you can see, the tangent, we have 2 formula for the tangent. The formula of the tangent, it's this one here and this one here. You can use any of these, it's up to you. So I will use the first one, okay? So now let's write the tangent. So tangent double theta is equal, me use this one, okay? And put the line here. So tangent double theta is 2 tangent theta over 1 minus tangent square theta. So as you can see here, 2 times tangent is equal what? Tangent is 7 over, tangent theta is 7 over 24. So 7 over 24 over 1 minus tangent is what? 7 over 24 again. 7 over 24 to the power of 2. So if you put everything in the calculator, which is equal 336 over 527. So this is the tangent double angle, this is the cosine double angle, this is the sine double angle. So this is about how we can using the double angle identity of the sine cosine. So just to summarize everything, always start with the interval. So the interval is by 3 by, so always draw the circle. Circle starts from 0, 2 pi over 2, by 3 pi over 2. So it's saying from by 3 by 2. So this is 3 pi over 2. So we're talking about this quadrant. So tangent, which one is positive? Tangent is positive. So both of them negative. Cosine, sine is negative. Now draw the triangle in quadrant 3. So I draw the triangle. I plot, now use the given information, negative 7 over 25, so opposite over hypotenuse, so 7 over 25. Then use the Pythagorean to find the missing side, then write the ratio after you find the missing side, write the ratio of the sine, cosine, tangent, then start use the rule. So this is the sine rule, this is the cosine rule, this is the tangent rule, then substitute everything, then find the final answer. Now, I will solve a question using the double angle identity. So I have this question here, so this example. Solve sine double theta minus sine theta equals 0. As you can see here, if you look to the question, always look to the part that is not simplified and try to simplify it. If you look to this question, I have sine theta. Sine theta is already simplified. I can't simplify anything more. But here sine is double theta, double angle. So sine double angle, it's equal what? 2 sine cosine theta. So now I have to simplify this part. So I have to replace sine double theta with sine double theta is equal to sine theta times cosine theta minus sine theta equal to 0. Now if you look to this equation, I have two parts. The first part here, it's 2 sine theta cosine theta, and I have this part sine theta only. If you look to this equation, do I have common factor? Do I have same number? Do I have anything common between this part and this part? Yes, the common thing between this part and this part is a sine. So I have to take a sine as a common factor outside. So first open a bracket, okay. In this bracket, you have to take the sine. So if I take a sine from this side, sine theta. So if I take it outside, it's remain what? 2 cosine. So 2 cosine theta minus. When I take the sine, don't tell me it's 0 or nothing. When you take the sine, always you have to replace it with what? With 1. Okay? With 1. Now, خلاص, we simplified it. So we can't simplify sine theta anymore. We can't simplify 2 cosine theta anymore. Minus 1 is already simplified. So what you have to do, you have to take each part equal with what? Because this one equals 0 and this part is equal 0. So you have to take this one, sine theta is equal to what? Is equal to 0. And you have to take the other part, which is this one here. 2 cosine minus 1 is equal to what? Is equal to 0. 2 cosine theta minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, this one is already simplified. We need to find what only? We need to find only the thetas. Theta is equal what? How can I find it? Let's keep it for later. First, now let's simplify this one here. To simplify this one, I have to add 1 for both sides, plus 1 for both sides. Cancel this 2 out, so it remains 2 cosine theta equal 1. Now, to cancel 2, I have to divide by what? Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2 for both sides, cancel 2. So cosine theta equal 1 over 2. So now I have to find theta. Okay, perfect. How can I find theta here and how can I find theta here? We know that on the unit circle, let me draw the unit circle. I told you have to memorize the unit circle. So the unit circle starts from 0 and the radian here is pi over 2 and here should be pi and 3 pi over 2. So now if I draw my circle, it should be like this. Now let's find the coordinate, because here it's saying, okay, I need to find 0, and here it's saying I need to find half. So I need to find the coordinate when it's 0, I need to find the coordinate when it's half. First, let's write the coordinate. What's the coordinate here? The coordinate here is 1 and 0. What's the coordinate here? It's 0 and 1. What's the coordinate here? It's negative 1 and 0. What's the coordinate here? It's 0 and negative 1. Right? Okay. How about the table? So if you memorize the table from the sine and cosine, let me write it to you here. Okay, so if I have the table, which is pi over 6, pi over 4, always write this one in front of you in exam so you're not making a mistake. So as you can see here, we have, let's say we have sine, we have cosine, right? So pi over 6 and sine is half. Here it's square root of 2 over 2. Here square root of 3 over 2. Here it's the opposite. Square root of 3 over 2. Here square root of 2 over 2. Here is 1 over 2. So if you check the answer here, if you check the question it's saying sine theta is equal 0. So when the sine is equal 0, we know that the coordinate, it's cosine. The first one, the x coordinate is cosine. The y coordinate is what? Is sine. So where is the sine 0 on the y coordinate? So the sine 0, it's here. So here sine is equal 0. Here sine is equal 1. Here sine is equal 0. So as you can see, I have 2 points, sine is equal 0. At which point, which radian? So which radian? It's at 0 and by. So the answer here is 0 and by. So this is how you can find the answer. Now let's find the cosine. Cosine is saying half. So where is cosine half? So because if you didn't memorize the circle, we can memorize this table here. So the table is saying cosine is equal half. So when cosine is equal half, at which radian degree? At pi over 3. So you can say pi over 3. But also, I did not finish my answer yet, because pi over 3, it's not the whole answer. How can I find the other one? So you have to memorize the circle. Where is pi over 3? Pi over 3, let's say it's here. So pi over 3. Now, we know that this coordinate or this side is 1 less, the numerator 1 less. So it will be 2 pi over 3. This coordinator is 1 more. So 4 pi over 3. This coordinate is what? It's double minus 1. It's very low. So 5 pi over 3. Now it's saying cosine is what? Is positive. So when cosine is positive, we know that all students take calculus. So in first quadrant, cosine is positive. In fourth quadrant, cosine is positive. So what's the answer here? It's pi over 3. And here 5 pi over 3. So the answer is here is pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. So this is the answer for the cosine. I hope you understand how we can solve using the multiple double angle. If you have any question, please contact me. Have a good day. Bye bye.